The Toronto Blue Jays carrying the hopes and dreams of a nation on their shoulders tonight. Rob Butler is one of the few people who know exactly what that feels like on a day like today. And Rob, we had joked we'd had you on the show so often during this postseason that you were going to be a co-host, so thanks for coming back.
Oh, I love it.
Listen, it was more than 30 years ago that there was this championship win here. When you look out at this field, what do you think about?
Well, I think about my World Series ring, which I have to start with. Oh. One thing I love to do, I'd love to let people wear my ring because you don't really ever get to see it.
Can I show everybody this first? Jeff, can you see this if I hold this here? Can we zoom in what that looks like?
It's so cool.
While Jeff is zooming in, I would just like everybody to know I'm very nervous holding this ring because not too long ago I dropped an AirPod over the side of where we're sitting, and it's somewhere down close to the field. So I appreciate you letting me hold this.
No, I want you to wear it.
You want me to wear it?
I actually want you to put it on.
Okay.
I want you to feel the power of the World Series ring because there's something unbelievably special about that ring. I mean, what it takes to win it and what it takes to be on a team that ends up with the World Series. It's so special.
You're the only one who can tell me that story. Tell me that.
Well,
what makes it special?
Well, being from Toronto, being from Canada, growing up 10 minutes from the Sky Dome and loving the Blue Jays when they're playing at Exhibition Stadium and going to the old parks and seeing George Bell and Willie Upshaw and Dave Steve, who was my childhood hero, and then getting a chance to be in the locker room with those guys.
Yeah.
It always was surreal to me. And when it first happened, and then when it happened in the World Series, it was like I had to keep pinching myself to really believe that I was actually here because, you know, where I grew up and, you know, playing baseball in East Oregon and Toronto, it almost seemed like an unbelievable, unsurmountable mountain climb that I actually was able to do.
You were reminding me how young you were. You were 23 when this happened to you, and I said, wow, you weren't much older than Trey, and you were telling me about what that, I asked you, what is it like to come up as a 23-year-old and boom, you're playing in the World Series?
Well, it's unbelievable when you're so young and really you're just a boy, right? I mean, when you're playing baseball for a living in your life, you never get to grow up. So it was an amazing feeling to do that. I came basically right from A-ball as well. I only played about 30 games in AAA. And next thing I know, I'm getting called up to the major leagues, and you know, you think of all these things, what it's going to be like, what's going to happen, and you go in the locker room and you meet Cito Gaston, and you know, he looks like he's 8 feet tall, and he's like, "Good luck, go get him, man." And I'm just like, "That's it." There's no playbook. There's no routine that they give you. You kind of figure it all out on your own, and you gotta earn your keep, and that's kind of what I did.
When I asked you before about this team, and you were saying this team is very special, and when we look at the shots on camera, but you know, somebody does well. Trey comes in, somebody hits a grand slam. There's people there with open arms. Did that always exist? Was it always like that?
I think teams that win, that is kind of the ingredient that helps them win, for sure. This team, I think, has it more than any team I've ever actually seen. The banter, the antics, the way they're supporting each other, the smiles, the laughing, even when they're behind, they're still enjoying themselves so much. And we were such a professional team, whereas now they're able to unleash some of that childhood love that you have for baseball. You know, there's pimping home runs, there's chest bumps, and you know, just celebrations, and it's so much more fun to watch, and so much more fun to watch them enjoy themselves.
Yeah, I asked you before if you think they could go all the way. Could we be celebrating World Series win tonight here?
Oh, absolutely. It's Game 6, so why not? I mean, this is a time when, you know, the Blue Jays love to win. They love to win in Game 6, and I think doing it at home with the energy of the crowd and the electricity that, you know, the fans bring to the players, and that upbeat feeling that just keeps them flying high. Like, these guys can overcome anything. They've done it all year. They've overcome so many things, so I can't see why it won't happen tonight.
Do you miss it?
I do now. I miss it a lot more than I did when I first left baseball. Thinking about it as I get older and what I did and all the great teammates I had and the friendships I had and you know, the traveling and living together and all those little things that the fans don't see. That's so important to your soul and to your being, as you know, what you accomplished in your life when you look back. And you know, so I think about it a lot more now, and you know, I'm just loving it so much with these guys because I know what they're feeling. I know what their days are like. I know what it's like when they're playing. I know what the celebration is going to be like.
Okay, tell me really quickly about those two things. One, when you wake up and you know you're playing a Game 6, you could win that night. What does that feel like in the morning?
It's funny. It actually is kind of like an everyday kind of thing. You know, you have your Cheerios in the morning, and your mom and dad talk to you, and you know, to give you, you know, this is what you should be doing today. And he's like, "Yeah, Mom, I'm 23 now. Leave me alone." You just go about it on a regular day. You know, your peanut butter and jam sandwich, which was kind of like my staple. John Olerud had, you know, a couple of Big Macs before every game. So you just kind of stay in your everyday life routine, just enjoying the moment. I loved it. I kind of felt like Rocky Balboa before the game because the whole neighborhood was, so enthralled with the whole thing and me being at Maine and Danforth. So, got all these high fives and good lucks and best wishes. And it really was surreal and so much fun to be a part of all that back then.
Thank you so much for my souvenir. I appreciate you gifting me this here on your morning.
Oh, I do have to get it back, though.
I feel like, it feels like, like by the power of Grayskull, if you ever watched that show as a kid, and I just feel like I could just point it right down here, pew, 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 just Blue Jays energy. Thanks so much, Rob, for coming to host with us this morning.
This has been so much fun. I can't believe I got a chance to do this. Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.